Caution, this video is intended to make you think.
All right, I want to talk about Koko. Hi, how you doing?
Hello.
I want to talk about some ways to alter your thinking. And so I went back to some of my old notes from my old teachers, and I want to do little bits and pieces about the different ones. The first one is, what's great about this? Okay, now the premise behind this is you're stuck in a situation where you got to do something you don't want to do. And we all have to do that. You know, sometimes we just put it off and put it off and put it off. But it's kind of like the old philosophy that if you have a very difficult project to do, you give it to the laziest person you know to do. And they will find a unique and different way to do it just because they don't want to do it. So by asking yourself the question, what's great about this? You might say, nothing. This sucks. And as soon as you, and that's 99% of the time, that's the answer. So then 1A, the next part of the question is, what could be great about this? Now, this is the one where you've got to think about, okay, what could be great about this? And then you can say, okay, if I do whatever this is I don't want to do, I will achieve this, this, and this. I'll get this out of the way. I'll make those contacts. I'll make those cold calls. You know, whatever the situation is, you know, I will get those apologies out of the way. You know, I won't feel bad about the fact that I haven't returned those calls. I won't feel bad that I haven't gotten back to this person for whatever reason it was. I didn't finish the quote. I didn't. Okay. Now, there's the benefit. Everything functions around pain and pleasure. And ideally, people want to stay as far away from pain and as close to pleasure as possible. The next one I'm going to do is going to be called Pain and Pleasure, where I'll actually go into this, you know, to talk about the difference. But in this case, what could be great about this? Figure out something great about it. One of my teachers talked about the fact that he was out of town for a long period of time. And when he got home, he had 100 phone calls to make. He said, oh, I just don't want to make it. I don't want to make these phone calls. But then he thought, what could be great about this? And he said, well, get it done. You know, just the same things I answered. But he came up with a novel solution. He had a hot tub. So he got in the hot tub and made all his phone calls and did everything while he was sitting in the hot tub drinking wine. Suddenly, I mean, how awesome would that be if you could figure out a way to do what you had to do in the most fun way possible? It's suddenly not such a bad thing. What could be great about this? You're all wrinkly, but you're relaxed. You're having a good time. You can, and then when you're talking to the people, you say, "Guess where I'm making this phone call from? I'm sitting in my hot tub, or I'm sitting, blah blah blah. It's whatever." But I mean, there's a lot of positive ways you can get the work done. You just have to alter your way of thinking. Change your state. And that's the whole thing. People don't want to do something, and I'm guilty of that. So what you wind up doing is you put it off, you put it off, you put it off. Whereas if you think, what could be great about this? And you come up with something and just go for that. And you say, hey, this was really fun. I had a good time. I haven't talked, there's a bunch of people. There's a bunch of people I have to call. I've got to do some base touching because I've got a couple new things I want to get started. I have to get started because I'm not wanting to do what I'm a sideline that I do to make money. I don't want to do it. So I've got to come up with another revenue stream, something that's more controllable. And so I've got to come up with what's so great about this. And that's what my project is for the next next 24 hours, is to come up with a solution to that. So think of that. Your first question is what's great about this? And you say, this sucks. It's a shit. Okay, what could be great about it? Find something that could be great about it. Load that into your mind and run with that. Okay? Koko, out.